Number 40. One of the foci of the hyperbola shown on the right has coordinates a, 0, a equals what? So first, we're going to have to figure out the equation of this ellipse, or not this ellipse, this hyperbola, and then once we get that, we'll be able to solve for a. So we can see that this is centered at 0, 0, and the arms of the ellipse point in the x direction. So we know we're going to use the equation x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals 1. If the arms faced like this, if they were like that, then it would just be flipped. It would be y squared and then minus x squared equals 1. So how can we find these numbers? How can we find a and b? Because these are just constants. X and y are like things you plug in, but a and b are just constants. So a is the distance from the center to one of the vertices. And you can see we have one of the vertices here at 6, 0, and another one here at negative 6, 0. And so it looks like a is going to be 6, so a squared will be 36. Now, it's a little bit trickier to solve for b. It's not as straightforward, but you'll notice that we have these points over here. And we can actually use these to solve for whatever b is. So I'm going to use this point up here. This is 10, 4. Yes, 10, 4. So I'll plug that into this equation and see if we can solve for b. So 10 squared, so 100 over 36 minus 16 over b squared equals 1. So let's see. 100 over 36 simplifies to 25 over 9 minus 16 over b squared equals 1. And so it looks like b, yes, b is just going to equal 3. So that means that our overall equation is x squared over 36 minus y squared over 9 equals 1. So you might be asking, how are we going to find the coordinate of the foci? Well, we have one more equation. So I'm going to erase this real quick so I have more space, but you need one more equation. And that's that the focal length of a hyperbola is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. Or you could also write it very similar to the Pythagorean theorem, just different meanings for the letters, as c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So this a squared and b squared are the same as you see right here, and then c is just the distance from the center to the focus. So if we just plug these in, right, c squared is a squared plus b squared. Well, we know a squared is 36, and we solved, and we saw that b squared equals 9. So add these up, so c squared equals 45. So c will equal the square root of 45. Well, what is that? The square root of 45 is 6.7. And so what that means is that the distance from the center to the foci is going to be 6.7, which since our center is at the origin, that means that it's just going to be over here. So the coordinate of our foci will be 6.7, 0. And looking at our question, we can see then that a is going to be 6.7. Alright, so if you have any questions from other tests, make sure to leave a comment and I'll make a video with a solution. With that said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.